And okay, is this mic working? I'll assume it is, and we'll press forward. Anyway, welcome everybody to today's stream, specifically building the Lego SS United States live part 9. I forgot what part it is for a second. This bag kept falling on my feet now. Anyways, yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. We have quite a bit to do today. We'll see how much we'll actually get to. Unlike last week, I actually have full 2 hours and 30 minutes for today's stream, so we'll see how much we'll be able to get done in that pretty large amount of time, I would say. And of course, we already got Millie in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Millie. And yes, I did get a haircut actually just yesterday. And so, anyway, last week we continued building the upper superstructure. We integrated the funnel, and unfortunately, last stream we also ran out of sand green bricks. Unfortunately, but thankfully, I have already ordered a couple hundred sand green bricks that are already well on their way. They should arrive sometime this week. Hopefully this week, because we all know how long sand green can take to get here from Bricklink. So there's anyone but Millie who remembers that fateful month of March. Welcome to the stream, Holiday TMJ Railfan. Good to see you. And anyway, let's quickly go over the goals for today's stream, and we'll get straight into it. No time wasted. So, our main goal is to finish up the area in between the funnel and the bridge. We probably won't get to the radar mast, unfortunately, but we'll see how all that turns out. I've yet to figure out the design and all the parts that I'm going to use for it, so we'll probably do that next stream. Most likely, we will make the radar mast as well as the king post. Finally, the king posts, which are way too overdue. Welcome to the stream, Megatron. What's my channel about? I mean, I currently have 3 channels, this one being my main channel, and I currently upload talking about countries every day, train content, ship content, aerospace content, and when I say aerospace, I don't mean outer space. I mean heavier than air vehicles, which includes airplanes. So there you go. There's a quick description of what my channel is about. But anyway, back to the main goals. Yeah, we'll finish up the area between the funnel and the bridge. We probably will end up extending the hull a little bit because I kind of want to get to the area behind the funnel as well today, in between the first funnel and the second funnel. Second funnel will come a bit later. We'll try our best to get all the details in, but we'll see how much we'll actually be able to get in with the parts we currently have on hand. So, with that being said, let me switch the camera around and get right into building. Alright, let's of course lower the camera slightly. There we go. And let us begin. So let me just go ahead, pull up a picture of the SS United States, since I no longer have the iPad that kind of broke. Yes, States. Top-down view, which is what we'll be using. Alright, images. Again, guys, I'm literally just building this off-site from images I have right here on the computer. Now, unfortunately, because I do have the images on the computer, it might take me... my responses to your guys' chats might be a little delayed. I'll try to go back and forth as much as I can to read your guys' chats, but just know there might be a little bit of delay because my iPad that I use is tweaking. Okay, so let's see here. So of course we already got the distance mapped out here, as you can see. The radar mast looks like goes like right about there, and the rest of that space, what is in the rest of that space? Looks like nothing. But then again, I'm looking at blueprints. Let's take a look of the actual completed SS United States top-down view of that area. My mic is working correctly, right, Chad? Just making sure. I always like to ask because it has been known to do some weird stuff in the past. Alright, cool. Oops. 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 Didn't mean to press all that. There. Mic's working? Alright. Thanks, Millie, for that. Now. Okay, so there's the radar mast. There's a bit of sand green. Yeah, we put that there. It looks like there's even more sand green there, which we can thankfully probably use the big plates for, which we have an absolute ginormous abundance of for that section. Actually looks not to be that much stuff there, so we can hopefully just leave it blank. A really cool design feature of the SS United States, if y'all don't know, is that unlike most ocean liners of its time and of years prior, have had absolutely cluttered upper decks. I mean, just take a look at either the Queen Mary or the Britannic, which I built in previous years. I mean, their top decks were scattered with all sorts of intake vents and benches and compass platforms and all sorts of gobbledygook equipment. But the SS United States, Francis Gibbs was going for a very minimalistic, very everything does exactly what it needs to do and nothing more, non-cluttered view of designing the ship. So it is pretty impressive just how clean her top decks are, and we'll try to replicate that. Now it does look like there are some equipment things around the radar mast, like in this sort of area, so we'll be sure to add in those. But after that, does not seem like there is much at all in details. Oh, excuse me, in detail wise at all. All right then. So let's start. So first, this brick here, I haven't been able to find another one, and I doubt that will be a viable detail there at this moment right now. So we'll see if we can maybe substitute that in some way this stream. At the moment, I'm just trying to find another good picture. That's a model. We need the real ship. Thank you very much. These are all models. Maybe I should do bird's eye view? Bird's eye view. Okay, okay. Let us see. All these views suck. Oh my gosh. Can we get a good view? Oh, okay, this is pretty good, I think. I'm just trying to find a good view to use here, chat. I'm not finding any, though. Okay, yeah, so for this section, this is way too gradual of a thing anyway. So I think what we'll end up doing is just that, but with regular brick like that. Or maybe even just straight like that. Just straight brick right there. Because that seems like a way too much of a sharp curve right there. So I'll grab some 1x2s, put those there. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, there we go. We'll continue on. Do the same for that side. I feel like that's a bit too close to... Actually, no, that's a good distance away from the funnel, looking at this image I have here. So, there we go. Alright. And so now we can just pretty much straight brick right here, for the most part. That is very nice. We are slowly running out of white bricks to use, by the way, guys. So we'll see how much longer our supply of those will last before I have to make another order. Maybe if we do like that instead, it'll look better. I'm trying to get this to look a little bit better, that little section there. That does look better. We're keeping that. We're going to keep that. Let me just do the same for the other side. Oh, okay, it didn't fall off, which is always great. Move that back by one stud. Place that there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, looks like we're going to need some more filler brick. I just ran into my mic. That's not optimal. Anyway, we need more filler brick there. Starting with a plate. A long plate. Just like that. Perfectly fit in there. Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying. And now we add regular filler brick. Which, if you guys are unfamiliar with, filler brick, when I say filler brick, just means random colored brick that I'm not likely to use anywhere else in my mock building or my Lego city. Okay, there we go. Ooh, fell down. We can't lose that. Sand green is far too valuable. Where is it? Oh my gosh, it's all the way down there. Are you kidding me? Not to worry though. We have acquired it. There we go. Let me check chat real quick. It's been a while since I've checked chat. Oh, welcome to the stream, Mr. Gorilla. What am I doing? I am building the Lego SS United States. Which is a very famous ocean liner from the early 1950s. The last golden age of ocean travel. So, and she holds the record to this day of being the fastest ship to ever cross the Atlantic Ocean. So she's a pretty cool ship, and I am honored to be building her. And once again, I'm only building this thanks to you guys. Because every year, if you guys are unfamiliar, I do something I call the ship vote, in which I give you guys a list of 3, sometimes more, ships to choose from for me to build. And you guys have 2 months to vote, and whichever ship comes out with the most votes, I build it that year. I've been thinking for a while what ships I should put in the next ship vote. This year's ship vote, actually. It's coming up in about... coming around in about 5 months. Dang, time flies. But I'm thinking what ships I should put. I'm thinking maybe the SS America would be kind of a cool ship to accompany the SS United States if it gets chosen on the next ship vote. What do y'all think? Could the SS America be a pretty good candidate for this year's ship vote? I mean, these two ships were pretty much sisters, so I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to build the SS America. Anyway, I'll leave that question to simmer with you guys. Meanwhile, I shall cover off the deck. Okay. You can pretty much just make that all completely flat and green. Just like so. One nice solid structure. Just put some 1x1s right there. Just making sure they're nice and well pressed in. Then we'll grab some 1x1s for these little areas. This thing is way too unstable. These things. Wish I could stabilize them more somehow, but I really can't, unfortunately. Alright. Let's grab those 1x1s. And we shall continue. Let me switch back to chat. Oh, welcome to the stream, Kim Hamilton. It is great to see you. I remember you from a couple streams ago. Yes, when are you going to add the radio tower? I was hoping this stream, but unfortunately that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I do really want to try to add the radar tower today. If I can, that will probably involve me going and digging around in a bunch of bins though again. Which, I don't know how much you guys appreciate that, me just leaving you guys sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. And if we feel the need to really build that. Just going to pull up Ocean Liner Design's image. His image is one of my favorites. Okay, so it doesn't look like it drops down particularly there. But it does for the funnel. Man, I guess we don't really need to have that. Or is the bridge slightly above the rest of the deck? I can't tell. I cannot tell. I guess it's fine if it's completely flat like this. Let me see a real life side view and see how that area looks. SS United States is still around. Don't forget, guys. Everyone pray to the New York coalition that they may stop her from getting sunk. Okay. Oh, it's actually a pretty good view. Huh. Interesting. So it looks like this part isn't even sand green, interestingly. So maybe we can just leave that white. Doesn't appear to be sand green, though. I mean, or maybe it is. Oh, we'll make it sand green anyway. It looks cooler, I think. It looks cooler anyway. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking, but I think we probably will get to the radar tower. It's actually smaller than I for some reason thought in my mind, even though I've seen it in person. So I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, Kim Hamilton, we'll probably will get to the radar tower now that I'm actually seeing a picture of it. How small it is in relation to the funnel. Not like in height, but it's skinny. It's pretty skinny. Anyway, let's stay in this view, actually. I want to see what details are on the deck. Let's see. So there's that little thing there. So we'll add that. I'm just gonna need some white plates, looks like. See, we have a 1x1. We can use that later. Hopefully we can use that later. We'll see what the situation calls for. This is a very nice piece for us to use. Ooh, that too. This one. Let's see what other good pieces we have. Alright, we'll work with that. We'll see if we have anything else of interest a bit later. So, let me actually go back to a top-down view. That'll be actually very helpful. Yes, this is nice. This is a nice image. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, there's not something in the corner, as I thought previously. Maybe we should actually get the radar mast in. Maybe we should do that, actually. Okay, let me try. Let me see if I can find some good pieces to use for the tower. Maybe we could actually use some snot bricks or some slopes to give it its slope. Or we could literally just use 1x2x3s. 1x2x3 slopes. That could also work pretty nicely, actually. I'll just grab a bunch of those. And we could literally just use those. Alright. Let me see if I have some over here. I do. That is very, very nice. Grab that. Oh, but it's not a 1x. I need 1x's. Are any of those kicking about? Really? None except that one. And that one. I'm grabbing every one I see. Ooh. Okay, so if you guys didn't understand what I was talking about before, I was talking about these bricks. Like this. You see? So if we put that right in the center like that, that would be sort of like our little radar tower. Radar mast. Actually, taking a look at it, the slope is actually so gradual, we might not even need one at the bottom. Interesting. If you're doing the lifeboats, then there was one lifeboat right below the radio. Oh, okay. All right, thanks for that, Kim Hamilton. I'll keep that in mind. That's actually a good idea. We probably should try our best to get to the lifeboats today, because we do need to do those, and we've been putting them off for the past like 3 streams. And today seems like a great opportunity to do exactly that. So we'll add that to the list of things that we need to do today. And so then we can just do this. And then still looks like it still needs some more extra height. Just put a 1x1 there. Yeah, that captures the shape of the radar mast quite nicely. course, we'll try our best to center it with jumpers in a second, but I'm thinking if it's all good. Let me switch to back to the side view here. Okay. I'm not sure about that, actually. Yeah, maybe the straight up angle wasn't the greatest idea. I should just find another 1x2x3. Like right there. I should get that one. If I can even get it. It's stuck. That's always awesome. How would one get this piece out of here? And boxes are falling. I still haven't cleared up the boxes around me. Still, by the way, since the last stream. So I have to work around these quite diligently today, if I can. Well, I can't. If I can, I have to. This piece is proving difficult to extract. But never too difficult for me. Hehe. There's also a weird bump on the United States Ford funnel if you look at images of her. If you do a blue 1x2 and ones which should work. Yeah, you're right. It also has like a sort of radar thing on the funnel. We tried adding that a couple weeks ago when we made the funnel, but unfortunately I didn't have a blue jumper, so I couldn't really do that. I'm still looking for one, and I hope to integrate that. Let's see, does that look any better? Maybe slightly better shape of the tower. I think so. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Lifing! Welcome to the stream, Cliff. Do you know about the side rails? Oh yeah, there are. You're right. There are side rails all along the length of the upper deck and the deck by the funnels. Unfortunately, we're in such a scale that we can't really add those in. This radar mast is proving quite difficult. You know what, Chad? We could try to just use like a slanted piece. We could use a clip piece and then a plate on top to create a much slimmer profile of the radar mast. You don't think we should try that? I think we should try that. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? And then we can simply just use a little clip piece like the one I'm holding. You guys can't see me because I'm on the other side of the room. But thanks to the mic, you guys can hear me much better. We can use a tile, too, for the face of it. Let's see. So, if y'all don't get what I'm saying right now, I mean, it's sort of like this. Let's see. Maybe we can cover up the clip a bit better. Yeah, like that. Let's see, that's too much of an angle. So, might need to try finding a different solution. Let me just whip out a couple of snot plates. These won't be the final ones in, but they will be good placeholders for now. So I'll just go ahead, put that there, Put that there. We'll see how that profile looks. No, that's not. Oh wait, what? What am I thinking? We could literally just use a single stud or a pip, whatever you want to call it, to hold it in place there. Why did I not think of that sooner? I surprise myself with how slow I am sometimes. So let's see. What would be even better is if we used a stud with a hole in it. So then that way we can put it on a half stud as well. Let me just get a gold one from over here because I have a ton of those for no reason. So I'll grab that. Put that there. All right, that's a pretty good angle. I think we found the angle. Now, we just need to figure out how to cover all that up. We could try using the rest of those, but I'm not sure though. Not quite sure about that. How good that will look. Probably look horrible. Yeah, no, the radar tower is not that thick. Now we could try using. Oh boy, this might include another bricklink order, but if it needs to be done, I'll do it. But y'all, Chad, y'all know those sort of newer pieces, newer cut tiles that are sort of like a 2x6 cut tile, and in gray, I think that's probably our best piece to use there. Except they're really expensive, but I only need 2. So if we get that, that might actually work pretty nicely. I could theoretically get another bricklink order. Chad, what do y'all think? All right, I'll let that simmer for a while. In the meantime, I'll keep trying to find a solution. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to find that. But my plan is we use those pieces. What's the most expensive Lego piece you've bought? I mean, I've only recently got into Bricklink and ordering pieces. Previously, I just really got all the bricks from the Pick a Brick at the in-person Lego store, or from my collection of a bunch of disassembled sets that I disassembled when I was like 7. But the most expensive single piece would probably be one of the sand green pieces. I think it was maybe the 1x8, which was like $9 per piece, and the 1x8's like this long. It's small for a $9 piece, but I think so. You think yes? All right then. I do think that that's our only solution at this point. Um, I guess I'll include that in my next Bricklink order then. Those kinds of pieces. Let me actually pull up an image of those. Yeah, I will. Lego one. I guess it's a 2x6 cut plate. No, that's not it. I don't know what they're called. I'll figure it out though. Hopefully my description was enough for you guys. So anyway, I guess we'll just leave the radar mast like that for now. Oh, another thing I forgot. The mast has a covered crow nest on it. So that might be a little tough to incorporate if we go through with this design that I've proposed. Hmm. That could be problematic. Not gonna lie. Well, actually, if we use a plate, we don't even need to use a tile. We can just attach it to the side like that. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. But anyway, um, we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave the mast as that for now, and we'll continue with the rest of the details of the upper deck. Then we'll move on to lifeboats. So very exciting happenings are going on in today's stream. All right, so it looks like we do have actually a little vent right there. And I mean, that little vent is very, very little. So we can just use that. That will be useful for another thing. But we're searching for, yes, that piece. Perfect. So if we now do this, we have ourselves a little miniature vent. Wait, can it focus? Okay, I think you guys can see that. But I'll just put that right there. There we go. There's the little vent. And then just before the radar mast, looks like we have a little box of sorts. We can just use a 1x2 for that. 1x2 brick, to be exact. Or even like a masonry brick, if you guys are into that thing. No, that's too tall of a box. It's too tall of a box. I gotta go eat. Good luck with this. All right. Have a nice dinner, lifing. I'll see you in the next stream, or if George ever decides to stream again, that'll be a day when he finally decides to do that again. But yeah, I'll see you later, lifing. Thanks for tuning in, as always. We could just use a stack of 2 jumpers like that. That's fine. Then we've got another little box, it seems, just behind it. Pretty much right there. So we'll put that there. And then there's another little box right behind it. I guess we can just use another stack of jumpers for that. Should be fine. And put it like that. Yeah, should be fine. Ooh, bent that. Not great. Not optimal at all. And looks like we got like a vent thing behind that. So we can use a grill piece for that. And then once again use a stack of jumpers. Just gotta find the stupid grill piece first. That would be very nice if I could do that. Now, where is it? How did a gray grill end up in here? That is unacceptable. I just saw a white grill in here. Maybe it was in the other box. Let me check it. There was! Alright, there we go. So just something like that right behind there. There we go. And then switch to a view of the other side. Can I do that? Can't really do that like that. I cannot for the life of me find that. Looks like there's another symmetrical box on the other side, so we'll just use another stack of jumpers. Okay. There we are. And I think that's it for that part of the detail. While we're here, there seems to be some detail on this little section that we forgot to add all those months ago when we were first building it. So we'll just add that in now. I again apologize for the lack of commentary. Not much to commentate on anything here at the moment. But alright, there we go. That should be good for the deck detail. Now, I say as good as time as any. Let's move on to the lifeboats. I think that will be actually a very good idea. So, let us do that. Let me get an image of the lifeboats pulled up somewhere here. A good high quality image that I can magnify easily, just like that. Beautiful image. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see. So there seems to be a little lifeboat here on this deck, and then a bigger lifeboat here. And looks like we do have to add the davits. And for the lifeboats, we can just use 1x3s. We can just use 1.123s. We good? Am I still being heard? Okay, yes, I am. YouTube muted me again. Unfortunate. And kind of mean, YouTube. But while I was muted, I started putting the lifeboats on. We're just going to use 1x2s as derricks. Not derricks, davits. Maybe it would actually be better to use slopes, maybe? Perhaps. Maybe it would be better to use slopes. Let's try and see how it looks. Does it look good? I can't find another slope. Okay. Yeah, except the thing with slopes, I'm not sure how much supply I would have to last us with the amount of lifeboats that need to be put down. So that's my only concern with the slopes. Ooh, you know what? They do look better. They do look a lot better. Alright, we'll add that to the bricklink order as well then. We'll add that to the Bricklink order as well, along with the other pieces, the cut tile 2x6s, whatever they're called. We'll add it to the Bricklink order. Alright. We'll see how many slopes I have on hand at the moment. And then we'll see how many more we'll need to supplement by then. This slope we can use for the other side. Because don't forget, we're detailing both sides of the ship. So we got to make sure they both look good. I actually have more slopes than I thought. That's always good. We'll put that there. And oh wow, I actually had a lot more slopes than I thought. I'll still need to order some, though, probably. But for now, it seems like we actually have quite a bit of slopes to use. Which is great. I didn't expect this. It's awesome. And we also can't really continue anyway because I'm still waiting for the sand green to arrive to put down there. So there's that. But it'll arrive. We'll put it down. It'll all be great. Oh, wait. Got to put that piece like that there. And then that like that. Man, I have a lot of slopes than I thought. I guess I stockpiled for this quite well before I began construction. Alright then. Put those like that there. Ooh, I also need another 1x3 for this side. The tiny little lifeboat up here as well. There. And the lifeboats in this case are just going to be 1x4s. Not going for any crazy detail right now. Did I build those correctly? Yes, I did. Alright, good. That's all of the lifeboats I think we'll be able to put in for now. And oh, welcome to the stream, Laydon. And he has a question. Is that Titanic? No, it is not. But this is an ocean liner. This is the SS United States. A 1950s era Art Deco ocean liner. The fastest one ever built. Even to this day, she holds the record for the fastest transatlantic crossing by ship. To this day. Almost 70 years later. It's actually kind of crazy. My mic is also kind of crazy, the way it's acting right now. Mike! Stop acting up! Okay. We'll see how much longer we'll continue the stream. We might actually end it off soon, because progress we're making here is actually kind of unprecedented, to be honest. I like the SS America. Yes, the SS America, the one and only sister ship of the SS United States, which I'm currently building. I was actually thinking about building the SS America after the SS United States. So everyone in here who is unfamiliar with what I do is every year I have what I call a ship vote, in which I give you guys, my viewers, a list of 3 ocean liners, or just ships in general, to choose from every November. And you guys will vote for about 2 months, and then on January 1st, I draw the votes, and whichever ship has the most votes, I build it that year. I currently have a cadence of about 1 ship per year, but I'm thinking of expanding that cadence a bit. But yes, I was thinking of putting the SS America on the next ship vote. And I think I might actually go through with that. So stick around. You might want to vote for that one, Mr. AK-47. All right, we'll see how far we get with doing the sand green around the funnel here. Ooh, can't also forget about that part of the funnel. There's a little part that sticks out there. I don't think we should get to that today because we need sand green there. I don't want to use a bunch of 2x2s though for that. So I guess we'll wait on that until the rest of my new sand green bricks arrive. Uh-oh. Just put those around there. This will be even further integration of the funnel, even more than last time. Last week's stream was pretty short due to SpaceX's Flight 9 of Starship, which I really wanted to watch, so that's why I cut the stream a bit short last time. And yeah, we'll wait for more bricks to arrive before we put more there on this area. So that's good on the sand green for now. Let me check chat. Yeah. You should probably make the RMS Australia the building that's longer. So fine, you don't need to build it. The Australia? Do you mean the Australis? Because that is what the SS America became when she went to Chandra's line. You have a 3D printed paper Titanic. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. AK-47. That sounds very cool, actually. So how does that work? You said it's paper? Is it 3D printed with plastic or with paper material? I'm just curious because the way you said it. Yes? Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Did you get the, just like the PDF download file offline, or did you design it yourself? Oh, it's made out of foam paper. My bad. I misunderstood because you said 3D printed. But it's made out of foam paper. Oh, okay. So like the diorama foam material. Am I right? Like that sort of thing. Ah, okay. It came with a box, but still, that's pretty cool. Foam Titanic is something I would love to have. I did build the Lego Titanic mock twice already. But I did destroy both of them, unfortunately. Maybe I'll build another one sometime in the future based off the design of my Lego Britannic, because you know they're pretty much identical, other than for the livery. I have actually kind of thought about buying the actual official Lego Titanic set, but $600 I can build one larger for less. I had that for my birthday. Oh, nice, nice. That'd be my dream birthday present too. Okay. So I'm thinking this surprisingly feels like a good place to end the stream because, like, I don't have that much sand green. We can't really do much else because of that, unfortunately. So I'm contemplating whether or not ending the stream here. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Let me switch back on the computer to continue. Hmm. All right. Well, I think actually, Chad, this might just be a good place to end the stream. So yeah. This is a good place to end the stream. So I'm gonna switch the camera back around and sign off, pretty much. So that's pretty much gonna do it for this stream. Sorry that we once again didn't do a 2 hour stream like we've done most times in the past, similar to last week. But I mean, still, we got a lot of stuff done today. We put in the detail. We finished the deck in between the funnel and the bridge. We got the first 3 sets of lifeboats in, so that's great. We worked a lot on the detail, got a lot of the deck done, and yeah, pretty productive stream, I think, overall. So I know AK-47, but had the sand green bricks arrive, I would probably go on for like another hour. But they probably will get here by next week, so next week we will almost definitely have a much longer stream. So next week I'll be streaming again, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. So if you want, you can set your calendar for that, AK-47. We'd be happy to have you here again. And I think with that, that's going to do it for this stream, guys. Once again, thank you everybody who tuned in, who commented, who chatted, who gave suggestions, and everyone who's along with me for the journey. And with that, that's going to be it for the stream. And until the next stream, which will hopefully be next week, goodbye. See you guys.